Today, we're ranking all of the suggested Copilot prompts for Microsoft Excel from garbage to mind-blowing. Stick around for the last one. I promise it will blow your mind and you won't want to miss it. Let's jump right in. Not starting strong with extract the month. This prompt is going straight to the garbage tier. You can find all the prompts discussed today by opening Copilot, clicking here, and viewing all the prompts for Copilot Lab. This one is basically an alternative to an already pretty simple function, month, that didn't really need improvement. You could argue that it's trying to demonstrate how you can generally describe functions and have it write it for you. But the problem is, many of Excel's most useful functions are already pretty self-explanatory. Garbage tier. Combine columns is much more flexible and helps you write many different kinds of functions. I like that it makes useful text functions more accessible to people. For example, it can help you combine first and last names into a new column, or combine a month and a year into a unique identifier like this one. It's certainly a useful addition to Excel. Gonna put it in the OK tier for now. Definitely a tier below some of the prompts coming up. Compare columns belongs in the meh tier. It can help you write if functions, from the simple ones that compare two numbers to more complicated nested if functions. I do like the idea of helping simplify if functions, but this one doesn't belong in a tier any higher because these functions usually require a bit of planning and Copilot is unlikely to be able to guess what you want right off the bat. Also, complicated nested if functions aren't always good practice because there's often simpler ways to do it. Get column ideas belongs in the OK tier at a minimum because it can help you brainstorm ways to reorganize your data on your way to get the insight you really want. It's not a replacement for having an expert sitting right next to you, but it's not bad. For example, in the data I used for the NCAA tournament project, it suggested combining games and wins for winning percentage. Nothing mind-blowing, but a good idea and situationally useful. Not going to put it any higher because I think this could have been better. It goes straight to suggesting a formula when maybe a guided conversation would probably have been better before getting to that point. Compare dates is another meh tier prompt. If I already know the dates that I want to compare, I haven't found a reason why Copilot really helps me with it. For example, if I want to compare power consumption data for July 1st and December 1st, then it will force those results into this existing table where it doesn't really fit and is serving a different purpose. It might be a little harsh, but I'll do this completely differently and start a new table for that type of insight. The only thing that keeps this out of the trash tier is that I agree that finding exact dates and values in a big data set can be improved, and maybe Copilot can help with that role. Our first pretty good prompt goes to Find Insights. This is one of the most valuable additions that you can get from Copilot for Excel. It does exactly what you'd expect and can quickly help you find insights in your data. You can take it a step further and click Add All Insights to Grid to quickly help you see your data from several different perspectives. With just a little guidance, you can make these insights even better. Out of all the prompts discussed today, this is one of the few that could convince you that you need Copilot just for this ability. This one doesn't disappoint. Number 8. Just kidding, but for real, please do me a huge favor and smash that like button if you found this valuable so far. Following up one of the best prompts, we have one of the worst. Check for Outliers belongs in the trash tier. Don't have a problem with the idea, I just don't like how it's executed. The only thing I've seen it generate is a plot and point to the lowest or highest value on that chart. Not really that insightful and nothing you can't already find in one click. If you ever feel the need to use this prompt, do yourself a huge favor and just generate a box and whisker plot. Even if you're not a math person, you can ask Copilot or ChatGPT to help you explain it, and I promise you'll get better insights. Spot trends is one I really wanted ranked higher, but I found it doesn't really work as advertised, even when I was asking it very specific questions. Imagine that you're trying to do any kind of strategic planning or financial forecasting, and all you have to do is ask Copilot to help you spot trends. This has so much potential, but when testing, it kept trying to show me outliers, which I've already shown you it's bad at doing, and I never got it to actually show me any real trends. Honestly, it might belong in the trash tier right now, but I'll put it in the meh tier for now just because its potential is so much higher than any of the prompts in the trash tier. If you want AI help spotting trends in your data, for now, you're better off using ChatGPT. Visualize this data is another pretty good tier prompt that needs to be on your radar. Like Find Insights, it's another good general prompt that can help you quickly see your data from new perspectives. I found that it's only slightly different from Find Insights in that it might favor more graphics, but really splitting hairs between these two prompts. Both of them are two of the best prompts you can use in Excel Copilot right now. This prompt could be way better if generally data visualization was better in Excel. Or better yet, if it could utilize external libraries like ChatGPT can. But we're getting ahead of ourselves, stay with me. Understand My Data is a prompt that at least belongs in the OK tier. I think it needs to be a little below Find Insights just because it's less general and you need more specific questions already lined up to make the most of it. If you click it, it's going to prompt you for something like identify the item with the most blank. So it's guiding you how it wants you to talk to it, but you have to fill in the blanks. This brings up an important point for LLMs in general. Pay attention because sometimes it's guiding you how you can most effectively communicate with it. It's another valuable addition for Copilot, and it can help you save time. Get a count is another prompt that belongs in the trash tier. Again, this is an alternative to already pretty simple count functions that don't really need improvement. Helping make COUNTIF more accessible is nice, but again, it's not that complicated. At the very least, this prompt provides less value than most of the prompts that we're discussing today. You might be able to convince me it belongs higher. Let me know what you think. Visualize relative values is another okay prompt. It certainly adds equivalent value to prompts in this tier. It might just be a glorified histogram, but it does provide an alternative way to get the insights that you need. And generally, it helps answer more specific questions about the distribution of your data. Highlight data might just be an alternative to having to go into the conditional formatting menu, and that alone gives it some bonus points. This menu has needed some TLC for a long time, and hopefully, Copilot will replace the need to ever have to open it again. On one hand, it will be much faster for me to just tell Copilot to highlight all the cells with a value greater than 3 than it would be for me to remember just the right clicks through this menu that I only have to touch once every few months. But honestly, it's still not enough to keep it out of the meh tier. It provides some value, but nothing you can't live without, and doesn't belong with these okay tier prompts. Before I reveal the best and only mind-blowing one, let's take a look at the overall results so far. The best ones, Find Insights and Visualize this data, are a step above the rest. They are the most general and most useful in all situations. You want Copilot just for these prompts. All of the OK tier prompts are valuable additions to Excel, but probably not ones that you want to use every time. They are perks, but probably won't sell you on Copilot by themselves. All of the meh tier prompts are ones that have situational use, but I just don't see the value in them right now. Already noted that spot trends should be much higher on this list and expect better things from it. The worst ones, extract the month, get a count, and check for outliers, might have some specific uses, but generally don't add valuable insights or improve existing methods. Finally, number 1, combine Copilot and ChatGPT, go straight to the mind-blowing tier. No, it's not a Copilot prompt, it's something better. Learning to utilize these tools to their strengths is incredibly useful and could help you make the most of both tools. Go check out this video on screen if you want to see an example of what you can do when you use them both together. These two AI companions do different things well, and you need to be able to identify when you're doing something that the other one can do better. You won't want to miss it. See you in the next one.